This creature is an alien war beast. The Hive creates them by infecting animals with high neuron density, mutating them into its battle troops. Meanwhile, the activity of Fleshdrudge and Nexhost continues to rise. That's why the Hive needs more Predator-class units for its army. But this time, we will not stand still. Our weapons can no longer be pierced. Yet one question remains. Can we truly defeat them?
We detected disturbing signs, Fleshdrudge activity, and the sudden emergence of Nexhosts at the edge of the city. Our military finally deployed, tasked with purging the cryoseep, in hopes of stalling its expansion. They lingered just beyond the corrupted zone, as if preparing to claim new ground. We struck back, deploying our finest snipers to eliminate them, but something else found us first. Our snipers never returned. They were torn apart by a creature that lurked in the shadows, a beast resembling a great cat, yet utterly alien. It is called the Dread Pouncer. Weight, 150 to 200 kilograms. Length, 2.5 to 3 meters, including its tail, a body built to leap, to strike, to tear. Height at the shoulder, 1.4 to 1.6 meters. A black-furred predator, cloaked in spores. Its ribs and shoulders reinforced by plates of bone, a grotesque fusion of skeleton and armor. It runs at 65 kilometers per hour. It leaps, 6 to 7 meters across, 4 meters high, silent, relentless. Its paws muffled by spore webbing. Its fangs, saber-like, serrated. Every bite driven by 1,500 pounds per square inch of crushing force. Each wound laced with crystalline spore slurry, freezing flesh, rotting it from within. Ossiclaws curl 15 to 20 centimeters, made to hook, rend, to shear through armor and bone alike. Its tail, unnaturally long, tipped with a crystalline stinger, a whip that slashes and confuses its prey. It hunts with precision, striking from above or the flank, throwing its entire weight to shatter its victim. And when it dies, its body detonates into frozen shards of spore, seeding infection into every corpse it leaves behind. Its role is clear, an apex assassin, stalking scouts, silencing leaders, erasing survivors. It is also a weapon of terror. Those who vanish in the blizzards leave behind only bloodstains in the snow and claw marks that lead nowhere. If this continues, our forces will fall one by one. But hold your fear. Reinforcements are already on the way. Our reconnaissance drone went dark, vanished from our signal without warning. 3 combat helicopters were dispatched to scout the mist-shrouded expanse and to guard against a cryoseep ambush.
Proceeding to Vector 12. If you spot a cluster of Fleshdrudges, drown them in gunfire.
Then, silence. A sudden shadow.
What is that? Engage! Fire!
But it was too late. The monster struck first. One of our helicopters spiraled into the fog, burning. This abomination is known as the Spore Diver. Its wings stretch 2.5 to 3 meters across. Weight, 90 to 120 kilograms. Standing height, 1.4 to 1.6 meters. Its breastbone elongated, sternum fused with ossiplates, built to withstand the impact of a dive. Its hollow bones thickened with marrow growth, a semi-solid avian frame forged for high-velocity collision. The beak, an Aussie beak, serrated like a saw. Each strike rips flesh and fractures bone, driven by a bite force of 1,200 pounds per square inch. Its talons, ossiclaws, sharpened and curved, lock prey in place the instant it hits. Electroreceptor nodules lace its skull, detecting the faintest nervous impulse, perfect for hunting in mist and darkness. It can sense blood and biomass half a kilometer away. Its dive is lethal. Velocity, 120 to 140 kilometers per hour. It plummets from above, impaling with its beak and claws in a single crushing blow. The impact alone can break bone, while its body weight drives the strike deeper, hammer, grip, and shred, before the prey can even scream. Sometimes it attacks in sequence. The first dive weakens, the second shatters, the third harvests. Its purpose is threefold. Spore vector. It carries cryospore sacs within its chest cavity. Impact ruptures them, seeding terrain or infecting wounds. Psychological terror. Its piercing screeches rain down with every assault, shattering the focus of survivors. Aerial ambush, snatching prey from the ground, crushing them mid-air. Node courier, ferrying spores or pheromone packets between scattered hives. And in death, its chest cavity bursts apart, a cloud of spores erupting, turning the battlefield into another contaminated grave. Our forces were torn apart, shredded from above, hunted like cattle beneath the storming sky. And this was not the Hive's final trick. This was only the beginning. At the city's edge, our forces were entrenched, struggling to hold the line against the relentless surge of Fleshdrudges. We suspected a Nexhost node chamber was taking root here. Flamethrowers were readied, their fire scorching through the horde, burning them to ash. But then, another nightmare emerged, a new bioform unit. The rise.That, height, 0.8 to 1.2 meters at the shoulder, length, 1.5 to 2 meters, weight, 50 to 70 kilograms. Its skull, grotesquely fused with the jagged jaws of a locust, lined with serrated edges, capable of tearing through both bone and wood alike. Compound eyes, swollen and multifaceted like those of an insect, glimmer in a sickly shade of dark green, granting them wide-angle vision within the chaos of the swarm. Their flesh is blotched and corrupted, patched with malformed chitinous plates, a grotesque armor of cracked, insectile shell. Their hind legs are unnaturally elongated, spring-loaded, engineered for violence. With a single bound they can leap 6 to 8 meters, colliding with prey hard enough to shatter bone. Their tails have thickened, knotted with nodules, ending in a spiked club-like growth, used to bludgeon and maintain balance in their frenzy. From their backs sprout vestigial insect wings, too weak for flight, but they buzz and drone with a maddening hum, a sound that clouds the mind, that spreads panic through human ranks like wildfire. And they never hunt alone. Rarely does a single rise.That strike. They gather in packs of 5, 10, 20, overwhelming prey with sheer, unrelenting numbers, drawn irresistibly to human settlements, to farms, to food stores. They descend like a plague, and when they leave, all that remains are husks, skin, and nothing more. Their purpose is clear: shock assault. In great numbers, they are merciless, sacrificing themselves if it means others can reach the prey. Buzzing terror. Their wing drone disorients survivors, simulating the dread of an incoming swarm. Parasitic spread. Nodules of spore erupt from their flesh, seeding infection into food, corpses, even into other rodents. Even when slaughtered, their corpses continue to poison the ground, each carcass sowing corruption like a plague seed. And yet, our armored divisions are on the move. More troops arrive, heavy weapons primed, ready to face this infestation. But let it be known, none of these compare. Not the saber cat, not the giant bird, not the swarmers. One beast towers above them all. Our military has launched a desperate gambit. To halt the advance of cryoseep, the strategy is simple: eradicate their predator-class frontliners. Columns of tanks roll forward, infantry units march, weapons primed, but then the ground trembles. A shadow descends upon the battlefield. A colossal figure emerges. The Frostmaw, mass 1,000 to 1,200 kilograms, height 2.3 to 2.5 meters at the shoulder on all fours, and towering at 4.5 to 5 meters when it rears upon two. Length 4.5 to 5 meters from muzzle to tail. Its body, a grotesque fusion of wolf and bear, swollen with thick layers of spore fat and armored ossiplates, an abomination of muscle, bone, and corruption. Its tail, unlike that of a wolf, has thickened into an ossitail, semi-prehensile, a third limb of balance, preventing collapse even in the frenzy of combat. Beneath its hide, a layer of subcutaneous cryogel churns, infected adipose that insulates, absorbs shock, and renders it nearly impervious to small arms fire and the extremities of the frozen wasteland. It charges at 35 kilometers per hour, not built for endurance, but for bursts of catastrophic violence. It swims through frozen lakes and rivers with ease, its cryoseep-altered tissues immune to the cold's lethal sting. Its fangs are grotesquely elongated, fused with spore crystals, each bite crushing at 2,300 psi. Its jaws inject a slurry of cryogenic hemospore, freezing flesh, spreading corruption. The wolf's anatomy has been twisted. Its forelimbs have swollen into ursine monstrosities, massive clawed arms ending in 7-inch ossiclaws, weapons designed to crush, to cleave, to pin prey until nothing remains. And it exhales, a breath not of life, but of death, a freezing spore-laden mist rolling outward, searing lungs, freezing exposed tissue, choking entire platoons in pale frost. Its tactics are brutal, unrelenting, close-quarter juggernaut, a predator built to strike, grapple, and obliterate prey in a storm of claws and teeth. Fortress breaker. Its sheer mass and acceleration allow it to smash walls, gates, even armored vehicles, an organic siege ram. Hive guardian. Too ponderous to roam far, often stationed near the hive itself as a living bulwark of flesh. Psychological warfare. Its howl, distorted, resonant, like the song of a dying whale, amplified through cavernous chest chambers. A siren of doom echoing across the frozen battlefield. Cold zone spreader. Wherever it treads, its breath and its wounds leave behind blighted ice, accelerating the growth of spores. And when it dies, it detonates. A catastrophic burst of frozen biomass, scattering ice spores across the killing field, corrupting the land in crystalline plague. On this day, we watched as the Frostmaw shredded through steel. Tanks, torn apart like toys. Soldiers, scattered like insects. And then, as if mocking our resistance, it withdrew. Its damage done. The battlefield was left in ruin. A mist of cryospore began to coil upward, an omen of what was to come. The unmistakable sign that a node chamber had already begun to stir. For those who survived, the fog became a coffin, a silent tomb in which death waited patiently.
This war has only just begun. We have not yet fallen, but the Hive too has escalated. They fight now with greater intent, with a design we cannot yet comprehend. We do not know their plan, but one truth is clear. To survive, we must change ours.